What's up, everybody? Welcome back to more Babs and Buster Bunny minus Babs, and I guess we don't even really have Buster either. We have a guy named Buster, but he's not the cool little blue bunny that we all know and love, or that some of you out there knew and loved. Some of you hated them, and some of you are like, Tiny Toons, never heard of that. I wasn't even born yet. Alright, but whatever. We're gonna take out 20 little snowmen, because we don't like snowmen. It's like spring, summertime. Snowmen have no place in this season right now, so let's just destroy them. It's going to be a massacre. A easy tip for completing this Buster level, even though you probably won't have any trouble with it, is that platform right above our head on the left is the only one that we can actually jump through, so our yarn will go through there too, so we can just like hang out here at this bottom platform and either throw enemies up back at the chili up there, or we can grab the one up top and use it to throw at the enemies down below us. So you really don't even have to worry about all the other little snowmen. You're gonna have plenty of time if you just want to keep focusing on these two that respawn. But I like to drag things out, jump around, fail a lot, just to make things a little bit more exciting. You know, what if I did it all in like 10 seconds? Where's the excitement in that? Taking the race by a full lap? Nah, I wanted to add a little bit of sizzle. Yeah, I watch Cars too much. Cars 2 is coming out. That's gonna be cool. I'm gonna watch that because I'm a little kid like that. Whatever, don't judge me. Alright, so we got the Midnight Dot Fabric, and now that reminds me of freaking Animaniacs, so I am just filled with useless kid show trivia knowledge. Alright, that's how I roll. That's how I get all my ladies. Because I just start busting out quotes from cartoons and Disney Pixar animated movies, and they're like, whoa, this guy's a stud. I must bed him. Oh, man. But yeah, that's just how I roll. It's real life. That's in my hood. Okay, I should get down to the business at hand. Important matters are going on while I'm just rambling on about nonsense that no one wants to hear about. So we have to hop along on these little windmills and grab the chilies. We only have to defeat 10 of them this time, and we get plenty of time, so yeah, this one's not that hard at all. Now that I see all these little windmill thingies, it reminds me of when PK Sparks used to make those custom brawl stages over here, which there need to be some more of those. I miss those. Those were cool. But like for a while there, every one of them had a windmill, so I always thought that was cool. That was like his style. That was his thing. That's how you knew it was an official level. Yeah, those were good though. We need some more of those over here on Ninbuzz. You put on quite a show out there, Kirby. I'm really impressed. I found this out there during our last training session. You want it? Is it cocaine? No. Yeah, he's passing his stash off to us because the cops are coming. You found the snowflake fabric. Oh my gosh. It kind of is. It's snowflakes, so yeah. That's what it is. It's snow. Officer, I thought it was bag of snow. It was white. He told me it was snowflakes. Like, nice try, Pink Man. You're going away for a long time. Book 'em, Dano. Alright, so we have to defeat 4 enemies in 15 seconds. That doesn't seem like nearly enough time, but all we have to do is do a mad dash and then use Parachute Kirby to float all the way over here, wrap up the UFO, and throw it as a projectile, and it will magically hit all the other 3. Because it turns into like this homing missile, this heat-seeking Waddle-Dee destroyer, and it's pretty easy to do. We did it in under 12 seconds because we're just cool like that. So we had 3 extra seconds to spare, and with those 3 seconds, we could have done a lot of stuff. We could have like read a book, done our taxes. I don't know. What can you do in 3 seconds? I know I can't do anything in 3 seconds because I'm not one of those guys. Maybe you guys can. Now we got the UFO fabric. Keep practicing. I don't need to practice, Buster. I'm a powerhouse of raw enemy fighting ability. I'm gonna go to the MMA after this, because I am Kirby. Hear me roar. Alright, so 30 enemies this time in only a minute. There has to be some kind of gimmick to doing this. Well, there is. What we want to do is aim for their spears and then throw them, because the spears will take out more than one enemy at once. So yeah, you don't want to wrap them up, you want to wrap up their weapon, and even though I keep doing the opposite of what I say, alright, don't listen to me. Do what I'm telling you to do and not what I'm actually doing, because I'm failing. You don't want to fail. Do as I say, not as I do. Alright, so let's grab his spear. There we go. And when you take a spear, you can take out more than one enemy at once. You also want to make sure you're not getting hit by these meteors or the enemies, because then you will waste valuable, precious time that you can never get back. Because you can't save like that 3 seconds that we had extra last time. Because, I mean, it's not like there's rollover minutes in Kirby's Epic Yarn, okay? So this isn't your cell phone plan. Get that idea, that notion out of your head right now, because it's not gonna work. Alright, so I need to hustle. I still gotta take out 2 more enemies, and I got like 4 seconds to do it. Let's just do weighted Kirby on this last guy. Oh, how did I do that? They were like both right underneath me, and then as soon as I landed back down, they walked the opposite way, so I just split the difference. It's like one of those gutter balls in bowling. It's like you throw it right in between the two pins, and it's like, how did I do that? Not that I've been bowling recently. I think the last time I've been bowling was like when I was in elementary school. I don't know. Nothing against bowling. It's kind of fun. I'm just bad at it and never go. Alright, so, because I have no friends, no cool bowling friends. Alright, so we got the Meta Knight fabric. That's what I always wanted. If I had Meta Knight fabric, I'd make myself a pair of Meta Knight draws. And that's all I would wear. I'd just walk around the mall wearing just Meta Knight draws. Be like, what? I'd just be strutting, showing off my six-pack abs, making the ladies swoon, and they'd be like, oh my gosh, did you see the guy in the Meta Knight draws? He's so fabulous. Alright, snap back to reality. Oh, there goes Nintendo LP getting arrested for public indecency. They're like, put some pants on, you scrub. Alright, so the trick, the solution, the easy way to do this minigame, the only way you'll be able to do this minigame is if you listen to me very carefully. I am the only one who can help you with this. Alright, so what we need to do is make sure, just like on the regular level when we are in this part of Wispy Woods, is you gotta make sure you don't block any of the areas, because there's only 20 enemies here, so if you like forget to break some of these squares, and you leave yourself unable to get to where the enemies are, you of course will not be able to complete this task, and then everyone will laugh at you. They will say, even Nintendo LP could do this, but you could not do it? You are a failure at life, sir. Alright, so wow. Talk about, like, cutting it close, like, barely completing something by the skin of your teeth. I didn't even have a whole second left to spare. Like, a fraction of a second. Like, this was the buzzer beater, but it went in. And even if you beat this level, like, way faster than I did and did a much better job, we still both get the same cruddy fabric at the end. So what does this tell you about life, kids? Alright, let's get the woods fabric. This tells you about life, that you don't have to work hard. You could just coast by like I do. Just do the minimum. Don't set goals high. Don't be ambitious. Don't, like, dream big. Because we're all just going to end up with the same cruddy fabric at the end. So just do enough to get by. These are words to live by. That's your daily life lesson. Yeah, thanks Nintendo LP. You really changed my life. No. Let it be known. Never take, like, whatever I say in this video literally. Or in any video. Because I give out bad advice to other people. Because I sabotage people. I'm a cruel, evil person that way. Alright, so we have to take out 10... little sleepy Waddle Dees. Like, I don't mind taking out the guy who was throwing a spear at me, but I hate to take out these little sleeping guys. He didn't do anything to me. But alas, Buster demands it. And like, I thought, like, when we first got Buster, I said, oh, Buster, he's gonna be better than Prince Fluff, because, like, if we get in a scrap, he would help us out. But Buster hasn't been helping us out either. He's just, like, tagging along. He's like one of those friends who, like, starts all the fights. He's like, yeah, my friend Kirby could beat you up. I'm like, what, Buster? Why are you trying to pick a fight with those big dudes over there? He'd be like, chill, man, it's cool. And then he, like, goes over to some other guy and be like, yeah, Kirby said he can kick your butt. Alright, so we got the candy dot fabric. I think what Buster's doing, he's, like, got, like, a webcam. He's got, like, somewhere we can't see it. It's, like, hidden. And he's recording all these fights, so he's gonna upload them to YouTube. Or maybe he's, like, selling a DVD. It's, like, Kirby fights or something like that. And all the kids like it. Because they're like, yeah, look at Kirby smack down all these Waddle Dees. It's gonna be the biggest selling thing ever. Because nothing sells better than violence. Except for maybe sex. And so we're going to be sexy now. No, we're not going to resort to that. So we have too much self-respect to try to do that. What we are going to do is try to stay towards the front of the screen. Because we're going to have to be pretty aggressive if we want to take out 70 enemies before we run out of time. Because there's not that many of them. The other thing that kind of goes against being aggressive is we also got to avoid getting hit. Like, I think you can probably get hit once in this go-around and still be okay. But any more than that, and you're probably not going to get far enough into the level. Because every time you get hit, you're going to lose time off your little timer. So you want to be aggressive, but also be a little bit careful, which is kind of like an oxymoron. It's like, be aggressively careful, and just try not to get hit. It's probably going to take you a couple times. Believe me, this is not the first time that I tried this level. Or the 97th, it's the 98th, no. But it did take me a little while to get the hang of this, kind of get the feel of when you need to be aggressive and when you don't. Because usually on these levels, what I'll do, I'll hang back towards the opposite side of the screen, but in doing that, you never get far enough in this level, so you just gotta kind of go for it and hope for the best. And if you lose, just restart. Nobody's gonna know how many times you did it. 312 for me. Alright, so we defeated 70 enemies, barely, like not even a second to spare. Once again, I'm hanging on by the skin of my teeth, but it doesn't matter though, because in the end, we all get the same kind of fabric, and I know I'm special, because God doesn't make any junk, so. And Buster's impressed with us, and he found this cool fabric for us, which looks an awful lot like yin yarn. Could it be his own fabric? We got the yin yarn fabric! Why didn't we get this like way back when we actually defeated yin yarn? Like, they couldn't have given it to us back in that episode? I guess we had other things going on. I know what I had going on. I had awesome co-commentary that episode. But alas, no more co-commentary for me, because no one wants to hang out with me ever since my deep dark secret came out, and it was revealed that I am an alien. Not like an illegal alien, like an actual alien person from another planet, but not like a cool planet like Superman where I'd have like powers here on Earth. Just the opposite actually, because my planet doesn't have this high of gravity like Earth does. So if anything, I'm like the anti-hero, like it's a struggle just to stand up anymore. That's why I'm sitting here doing Let's Plays, because that's all the people of my planet can do. Alright, so we're UFO Kirby. We have to take out 30 enemies, and we get plenty of time to do it. The nice thing about UFO Kirby is we can both suck up enemies, and then we can do our electric attack to destroy everything on the screen, like I just did now. So we have 9 more to go. This is going to be a piece of cake. And yeah, there's going to be places that are going to spawn enemies, so if you want, you can just kind of hang by those until you collect enough to go all electric Pikachu Thundershock. Yeah, and then it's pretty easy to do, 30 enemies. Compared to like the last level we did, this is like so much easier. It's like they don't necessarily always get progressively harder as these mini games go. So I guess sometimes the game makers, they like put something really hard out there and then they say, let's give them a break next go around. So that's kind of nice the way they do this. Buster, what have you found, son? You found the Hope Diamond. No, he found something cool though. The Fangora fabric. Wow. I was saying Yin Yarn fabric is late, but Fangora is like ages ago. I don't know. I guess Buster gets all the cool boss fabrics to give us. He did give us the Meta Knight fabric, so maybe that's his thing. If I was a good Let's Player, I would have looked that up for you, so maybe you could have learned something from watching my videos, but I think people learned long ago that you are never going to learn anything worthwhile from watching any of my videos. That's just how I roll. That's the Nintendo LP way. Alright, so we have to burst through here, wrap up 15 of these enemies who seem truly terrified. Like, Waddle Dees aren't the bravest, but these guys are all like cowering down like Luigi when he's running away from stuff. Oh, I feel kind of bad at taking out these guys. They probably didn't do anything wrong. They were just in the wrong place at the wrong time. Kirby doesn't care, because Buster's egging him on. He's like, take them out. I'm gonna have to like vilify these people, because I don't feel right at taking them out. Maybe it's like these guys aren't so innocent. Maybe we're breaking up an illegal drug ring, and these drug dealers are using their drug profits to fund terrorism. So we have to think like that, Kirby. Like, we are the Navy SEALs coming in here. We just found this terrorist cell, and we have to take them out. Okay, so now I can work with it. Now I feel okay about taking out these Waddle Dees. Because before, like, I saw these guys, and they're like, all scared. And I'm like, I don't want to take them out. But now that I know they're terrorists, we can't allow a single one of them to escape. We have to bring them swift justice, and Kirby's the only one who can do it, because he's a Star Warrior. Alright, so we're going to follow the same path that we do every time we come to Dark Manor, pretty much. This time we're just killing enemies, and they're like usually where everything else is. It wasn't that difficult to do. We had plenty of time to spare as well. Yo, Kirby! Thanks for killing those people. I got some great footage. I'm going to sell it on my website for $19.95. It's called Kirby Punches People in the Face. Get you a copy today. Alright, so we found something. Let's see, what boss is this going to be? Is that Squashini? Yes, it is. It's the Squashini fabric. I could tell because of his giant head. That's all I remember about Squashini. He had this big giant head. Alright, so what do we have to do next for you, Buster? You crazy Buster guy. You always like seeing fights. That's all that interests him. He loves violence. He's really a crazy dude. I don't know if we should be hanging out with Buster. He's like not one of those good friends to have. He's always getting us into fights, getting us into trouble. Alright, so this time we have to take out 20 guys, and the level is going to be moving, which I don't really like about this level, Boom Boatyard. So we're going to have to hustle, stay out of harm's way, and we're also going to have to make sure we leave no enemies behind, because I don't think we're going to have enough time to like miss any enemies. So what we want to do first, stay towards the top part of the screen, let the missiles like destroy these enemies and bring them down to ground level for us, and then once we take out all the ones at the top, we want to go back down here, take out this guy, then climb back up. So yeah, we're gonna have to pretty much kill every one that we see. I don't think there's gonna be like any opportunity to miss anybody because we just don't have that much time. Come on, we have to hustle, Kirby. I'm staying at the front of the screen as best I can. Buster, you're doing nothing to help. Thanks a lot, pal. Alright, you're just like Fluff. Why don't you and Fluff go off somewhere and just like mooch off of somebody else? Because I'm tired of you guys. You guys are not good friends. Like Zeke, at least, he like has some fun with me. You guys, you just want to use Kirby for whatever your sick gains are. Alright, so let's use this projectile. We got 4 more guys to go, 20 more seconds. Make that 3 more guys to go in 16 seconds. And yeah, that's what my commentary is going to be. I'm just going to keep like a running total on the time. Like, I'm going to do the time and date. That's going to be my next episode. I'm just going to be like, okay, it's 7 o'clock and it's sunny out right now. Forecast for this evening is going to be probably different from where you live. Unless you're like camping out in my backyard. In which case you're creepy! Get away from here, you stalkers! Alright, so, once again, we are done with yet another level. We're gonna collect some fabric, because that's the way we do these things. We just go ahead, beat some people up, then we get fabric for it. It's kind of a weird working relationship that we got going on with Buster. It's almost like being in the Mafia. Alright, so there's the Capomare fabric. We're like the hitman guys. We're like the muscle. Anytime somebody gets out of line, they send Kirby over there. Kirby the Shylock. They're like, hey, these guys Mario and Luigi, they owe us some money. Why don't you go over there and rearrange their face? Then like all of a sudden Kirby just shows up at the door and starts punching you in the face. That'd be like pretty embarrassing to get beat down by Kirby. Like, what happened to you, man? You just have to like point over at Kirby and they're like, really? That little pink circle beat you up? It's embarrassing, man. Alright, so we have these little frosty cannons shooting snowballs at us. There's no way we can wrap them up, but we can throw enemies back at them, or we can just do weighted Kirby and jump on their heads. So either way, you want to eliminate them. Since this is Evergreen Lift, same rules apply as always. We want to keep the lift moving, because we always like to stay active. The other thing that you want to keep in mind is there's going to be these Waddle Dees that are throwing snowballs. You kind of want to eliminate them as soon as you can, because not only are the snowballs going to be annoying, but also the other enemies are going to get wrapped up in the snowballs, and they don't count as enemies you defeated. So that's going to mean you have less time to beat up enemies. So yeah, we want to take out guys like this as soon as we can, because they're annoying to us, and they're going to prevent us from killing enemies, since we don't have all that much time. Like, if the snowball would have landed there, I think it might have wrapped up the cannon. Alright, no stopping lift. Ah, alright. Now everything's just gone crazy. There you can see what I was talking about. Like, the snowball hit the enemy, and we didn't get credit for killing it. And then he's off the screen, so we got 1 more to go. We should have enough time to get one of these last 2 Waddle Dees. Who wants to die, right or left? You? Alright. Larry, you're the last to die. This guy over here, should we spare your life? No. We will kill you. I was like, last second, no, we'll just take him out. Alright, so that's it. We are all the way done with Buster. We are doing pretty good headway on these minigames. We have already completed all of Zeke's minigames, already completed all of Beedrick's minigames, already completed Carrie, and now we have completed all of Buster's minigames. And for our efforts, we get the King Dedede fabric. That's kind of nice that they ended off with King Dedede. Even though he's not like the main boss of this game, he's like still the end-all be-all boss. So, in the next episode, we are going to be meeting our final tenant and starting on the last of the minigames in our quest to 100%. See you then for more Kirby's Epic Yarn.